save a ship from a sailor. Tell me these words have been misunderstood.
I am a pro at making an entire morning disappear without feeling like I accomplished very much. It is a Monday morning. I haven't vlogged in a while. It's been months, so I'm dipping my toes back in with a little daily vlog. I've just wrapped up kind of the stuff I needed to do at my desk. Just some admin stuff, planning out my week, and doing some quarterly finances so I can file my GST. So I need to have some lunch. Ooh, actually, I haven't done my daily Wordle or my daily connections, but I did do the mini. Today's gourmet lunch is brought to you by leftover noodles from yesterday, Costco bags of crumbled bacon, and an open jar of marinara. So a little makeshift spaghetti. I have been working my way through One Tree Hill. I watched it when I was younger. I'm on season 4. I'm at the end of season 4. It's about to be the time jump. We are out of coffee beans, so I haven't had coffee yet. And it's a beautiful day out, so I'm walking to a local coffee shop. I got dressed a little, feeling inspired by the construction zone in front of my house. With the orange and yellow. I'm taking my laptop if it cooperates, and I'm gonna do a little bit of writing. I'm working on my newsletter while I'm there. I've also been trying to get outside for daily walks in the winter. Kind of coming into this winter, I was like, I really need to actively try to have practices that make the winter feel good. And that means actually getting outside for walks, even if it's like a 10-minute walk around the block. Because I work for myself from home, I have been known to spend 5 days inside my house straight, or maybe more. And I was determined that that would not happen this winter, and it hasn't yet. I've been getting outside at least every 3 days. So that's an improvement, but usually more. Let's do it. I'm having trouble kind of finding the language I'll need for this newsletter. I'm writing about like this way that we're taught to view self-centeredness as like a bad thing, and how I don't aspire to be a selfless person exactly. That's kind of the theme of it. It'll either be out by the time this vlog is out, or will be out soon. So anyway, subscribe to my newsletter if that sounds interesting to you. Anyways, let's get into book corner, or do I call it between the sheets? I can't remember. And we're talking about these sheets, not these sheets. I have read 4 books this month. So first I have The Apollo Murders. It was fine. I didn't find the writing like super compelling. Felt like it took a while to get into it, like a third of the way into the book. I'm like, am I gonna finish this? I should maybe say what this book even is. An exceptional Cold War thriller from the dark heart of the space race. The US is sending a ship out to the moon. As part of the mission, they're also trying to sabotage a Russian satellite. Things go awry. There is a spy. There is a murder. I just didn't really care. So it was fine. I don't know. It's like a 3 out of 5. Okay, and then I also read Moon of the Turning Leaves. This is the sequel to Moon of the Crusted Snow. It's like 12 years after the first book. The series follows an Anishinaabe community who is working together to survive after the collapse of society. So it's a dystopian series. I found it really interesting. I loved the characters, and just seeing them like craft this new world is very interesting to see. So, enjoyed this. I also read Book Lovers, which is my 4th Emily Henry read. I love how Emily Henry writes romances, for the most part. I didn't like People We Meet on Vacation, but I really liked Beach Read. That was my first one. And I would say Book Lovers is on par. Maybe even slightly better. It's been a while, so I can't actually remember. And then Happy Place is my favorite one. Her romances, although like they incorporate like cheesy elements and tropes, they don't feel corny. Like the main character typically has like real shit going on in their life that they also have to work through, that isn't related to the romance, that adds a sense of like depth to the character and then also to the romance that I enjoy. Really liked Book Lovers. I love a little enemies to lovers. The tension is hot. She's just funny with her writing too. I enjoy it. Anyways, and then lastly I read The Glass Castle, iconic memoir that seems like I should have read already, but I hadn't. Jeanette just talks about life with her very wild and interesting parents. There's so much grace in the way that she writes about her parents through their missteps and the pain that they caused. I love the camaraderie between her and her siblings, and I thought this memoir was great. Very good. Okay, that's the end of Between the Sheets. The days just go by so fast. What do you want to do? What do we want to do? I think I want to do a little baking. Let's make some cinnamon curls.
I know your face so well, but I can tell that it's changing. I know when you lie there still that you've just been resting. We get along so well, but I see that we're changing. We've got a long way down till we're 60 years old. We've got a long way down till we can stand at all. I know your body so well, but I can tell that it's changing. You bring me heaven.
I just spent the evening at my friend's house watching The Bachelor. Is anyone else loving Joey as The Bachelor? I have a crush on him. Hoping he doesn't join the long line of disappointing bachelors. We'll see. We'll see. This is gonna be, hopefully they don't fall. These are the cinnamon curls. I overbaked them a little bit, so I hope they turned out okay. Let's try this little guy. It's really fun. Those are a family recipe from Mitch's mom. They're like simple kind of cinnamon rolls. They don't need any rise time or anything, so they're not like fluffy, but they do have a really, they have a texture that I really like to them. They just don't always like end up looking that cute, and I make a mess with the butter every time, still perfecting that. Have not learned how to do it without making a mess like my mother-in-law. I really hope that there would be like more to show for my day, but that was my day. It's 10 o'clock and I am trying to shift my schedule a little earlier. Today I got out of bed at 7:30, which is earlier than usual for me. So I'm trying to get to bed a little earlier and get to sleep a little earlier and wake up a little bit earlier. I'm not an early riser by nature, and I'm not like trying to force myself into a routine that doesn't like fit for me, but I'm just feeling like this urge, like shifting my schedule just a little bit earlier would feel really nice if I could just do it and get out of bed. So we're trying, we'll see. I will report on the experiment on how that goes next time, because I've tried this many times and it doesn't stay.